Welcome back to Mediocre Main Character. I'm playing Matches and Matrimony, a Pride and Prejudice tale. It's a marriage sim based on the works of Jane Austen. So let's dive into chapter 7. This is the moment of truth. It's the ball at Netherfield, and we're going after Mr. Bingley. So let's see if we can get him to dance with us. All right, what do we need in terms of our stats? We need more willpower and wit and talent. And kindness. We need a bit of everything. Let's go outside, study the arts, go outside, rest, and then go visiting. We went for a walk, sketched a portrait of one of the servants, wandered through the woods, relaxed, and went to see our neighbors. Bring on the weekend. A sennight passed in what seemed a heartbeat, and the day of the great ball at Netherfield had arrived. With my excitement rising over the prospect of dancing with Mr. Wigby, my heart began to be bold. Wow, we're still crushing on Wigby? Okay, our character is clearly crushing on Wigby, but I'm trying to go for Bingley. I think we'll have to A-B split test this. I want to do 9 different endings, but I'm going to start with Bingley. So let's see what this chapter brings. No longer was just one dance enough. I now imagine 2 and 3 dances. What might the world say at such a sight? The admiration will be clear and the intent fixed. Of course it was just a dream, but occasionally our dreams break free of the night and pass into reality. The Bennet sisters are really excited. Okay, blinded by prejudice. As hosts of this ball, the Bingley sisters are welcoming everybody, and they seem kind of nice, like they don't have the mean face on. Hello, you're very welcome. We'd be quite lost without you. I hope you'll enjoy your evening. Mediocre! Look here, I found Denny. Well, yeah, he's your date. Though I fear he has bad news. Not for me. Man, Lydia Ann. Geez, look at her smiling. Oh, Mr. Wigby will not be joining us tonight. Oh, damn. We were really looking forward to Wigby. Look at our face. Yeah, Mr. Denny has noticed our turn of countenance. Oh, bless him. He's trying to make conversation. Oh, we're so rude. Tolerable. Did your mother and father accompany you here tonight? Mother did. And your father's at home this evening? I suppose. Don't be rude to Denny. What did he do? It's not his fault. Anyway, he's off dancing. Go on, kids. Have a good time. Oh, look at us. We're just sulking and pouting. Mediocre, I'm sorry for you. I'm only sorry for him. Why? Because he didn't show up? Because he lost out on dancing with us? Oh no, because of the Darcy drama. Well, don't worry, honey. Mr. Darcy doesn't want your attention either. Oh, mediocre. Do not let prejudice destroy your evening. Oh, hi, Mr. Bingley. This is the moment of truth. If he asks us to dance, we're on the right track. If he doesn't ask us to dance, I messed up somewhere. Though Mr. Wigby was not present, the arrival of Mr. Bingley reminded me that the evening might not be a total loss. Perhaps I should resolve to keep my options open. Jane, if you're not otherwise engaged, I'd be honored if you... I was a little mystified at Mr. Bingley's request. Certainly Jane liked him well enough, but our previous encounters had left me to believe that Mr. Bingley regarded me more highly than her. Miss Mediocre, I'm sorry for you. What is that face? Listen, if this is what you look like when you're apologetic, maybe we dodged a bullet. My sister Caroline told me you'd be much disappointed at Mr. Wigby's absence. Damn it. So, this is the problem. Mr. Bingley thinks we're into Mr. Wigby. Oh, damn it. It was clear that Mr. Bingley's sisters had shared with their brother what was evidently the local tittle-tattle regarding Mr. Wigby and me. Oh, it ended our options with Bingley. I need a minute. I literally need a minute. This is what we've been working for the whole time, and we've lost our shot at Mr. Bingley. At least I know what the reason is. It's because of Wickby. It's because of Wickby. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. Okay, we're back at chapter 6. And this time, we're not going to talk about Mr. Darcy. We're going to talk about the dance at Netherfields. Yeah. All the officers were invited, and I admit I look forward to attending most excitedly. I'm not asking him. I'm not taking the bait, honey. I'm not taking the bait. I don't care about you and Mr. Darcy. I don't want to know the beef. I don't want people around us thinking we are intimately involved. So I'm going to let the moment pass. Bye. Mr. Wickby again entered into a reflective silence, though his face showed some tightness that could only be described as tension. Okay, great. We've changed the subject. We're just talking about our sister shopping and Mr. Denny enjoying it. That's so sweet. Whoa. Mr. Wickby. She does not look as young as her age. She makes up for that by acting younger than her age. That may be true, perhaps, though. That only makes her more approachable. Yo, Wickby's a perv. Oh my god, I'm starting to remember bits of the book now. In Pride and Prejudice, there's a character called Mr. Wickham, and he's a sleazebag. And in Sense and Sensibility, there's a Mr. Willoughby, and he's also a sleazebag. So I think Wickby might be a combination of Willoughby and Wickham, or Wickham and Willoughby. Anyway, he is bad news. But if he's a love interest, then I will play that ending. But right now, our focus is on Bingley. He's such a perv. What's wrong with him? He's predatory, right? He's like, ooh, your sister's so young. Ooh. Thankfully, Lady Anne emerged from the store before the moment became more awkward. Okay, let's skip. Well, this time it doesn't say Mr. Wickby likes you more, so I think this could be a good thing. Yeah, he is a pleasant young man. I'd certainly much rather speak to him than the unpleasant old man we're returning to. Mr. Collins is younger than Wickby. Yeah, he is annoying. I can find a husband quite well on my own. Yeah, she's very much in the moment, Lydianne. She was happy with Denny. Now she's thinking about Collins and she's annoyed. She's just, I love that about her. Oh, this is the only annoying thing about replaying. Like, I have to deal with this lumpy potato Collins. Let's just skip. I'm gonna say my first dance is spoken for. I'm gonna say Mr. Bingley. Because you know what? I'm gonna manifest that. Are we ready? Chapter 7. We're redoing the ball. I mean, I'd love to do this, but I don't know if we have enough energy. So we're at 90 right now, and each of these are 10, right? So 10, that doesn't take any energy. 10 and 16, 26, and 36, down from 90. Oof. No, we can't do that. So let's rest. And go from there. The ball scene, take 2. A sennight passed. We've been through this. Hey, the chapter title's different. Impertinent Freedom. Hi, girls. Oh, so glitchy. Oh, nice. So we don't have to deal with Lydianne and Denny and all that drama, everyone feeling sorry for us. I think I prefer this playthrough. The room was filled with gentlemen and ladies. Most of all the faces were familiar, though no one was dressed familiarly. Beautiful dresses of every color imaginable shimmered underneath the candlelight. Then why are we wearing the same outfit? Where should we start? Oh, mediocre. Isn't it beautiful? Dance? I should think heaven would look something like this. Oh, she's so sweet. There's Bingley. Moment of truth. Let's see if we did right by Bingley. Hello, I hope I'm not interrupting. Of course not. I was wondering, mediocre, if you might dance the first with me. Yes! 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 We did it! We did it! We did it! We nailed it! We've got Bingley! We got Bingley! We've had the Bingley breakthrough! Oh, but I forgot about Jane's reaction to it. But you know, she's so nice. Surely she'll forgive us, right? I wasn't sure what to think. I've been singled out as the favorite of Mr. Bingley. However, dancing with Mr. Bingley would forever hurt my relationship with my dearest sister. What happens if we don't dance with Mr. Bingley? I'm sorry, Mr. Bingley, but I've already promised the first 2 dances to my cousin, Mr. Collins. Ooh. Calculating the situation and determining its outcome? What do you mean? He's like a robot malfunctioning. Does not compute. I do believe that Jane is not otherwise engaged. If you're still searching for a partner. She's quite the prettier of the 2 of us. I should only think you'd be better off for it. Indeed, I would be delighted. Hey! Though it had taken his being a little forward to save the situation, I believe that I handled it properly. Certainly I was happy to see Jane smiling, even if it came at some personal cost. Oh man, we lost Bingley. Well, that's what happens when you love him and lose him. Let's dance with Bingley. Yes, I will. Jane's shock turned to disappointment as she quickly excused herself. However, her pain could not be helped. For how could I ignore the beatings of my own heart? Oh man. Okay, we need to make it up to our sister. But we got our man. This is what it's been all about. What do you say to my ball at Netherfield? So we're dancing and we're chit-chatting. That's so nice. You will not think of quitting it in a hurry, I hope. Whatever I do is done in a hurry, and therefore if I should resolve to quit Netherfield, I should probably be off in 5 minutes. At present, however, I consider myself as quite fixed here. Quite fixed. That's exactly what I should have supposed of you. You begin to comprehend me, do you? Oh, yes, I understand you perfectly. We're kind of flirting back and forth with Bingley. He's concerned that he's a bit too basic for us. I did not know before that you were a studier of character. It must be an amusing study. Yes, but intimacy makes the study all the more enjoyable. Mediocre! I'm sure the deepest understanding comes from the closest interactions. Damn! I think Bingley might have blushed a little, and perhaps I did as well. I could not help but speak my mind. The dance had provided the perfect canvas for my feelings to be painted upon, and they flowed forth in such a sparkling assortment of colors. I don't remember the rest of the conversation, but I do remember the feeling. The sensation of being aloft and free, soaring through emotional winds that lifted me to new heights. Yeah, I think we're in love with Bingley. And I think it's reciprocal. Oh. Man, Collins. Thankfully, I passed through it blissfully ignorant of his many mistakes. He's a bad dancer to boot. Fantastic. Oh. Yeah, we know. Darcy. Darcy's, Lady Catherine's nephew. Yeah, we know this. I'm sorry, I really can't stand Collins. I'm just skipping through his conversation. What? Okay, we're trying to persuade Mr. Collins not to introduce himself to Mr. Darcy. Mr. Darcy's not going to think it's some nice little, hey, I know your aunt. Your aunt says hi. Wow, I believe him to be Catherine's nephew. Yeah, we know. Oh, I see. It's all about rank. Society then is so confusing. So Mr. Darcy is the superior in consequence. So he needs to initiate. You can't just walk up to him and be like, yo, Darcy. You need an intro. Addressing Mr. Darcy without an introduction would be seen as an impertinent freedom rather than a compliment to his aunt. So he's like, I respectfully decline your advice. He thinks because he's in the clergy, he can get away with just talking to whomever. Okay, go on. Do what you gotta do. With that, he left to speak to Mr. Darcy, and though I felt certain of a bad outcome, I could not help but eagerly watch. Oh my god. Okay, so he's come over to be like, I apologize for not introducing myself earlier. I have only recently realized that you are the nephew of my patroness. Thank you. I love Mr. Darcy right now. He didn't even explain himself, he just ran out of there. Mr. Collins' rejection was clear and obvious. Though I was no fan of Mr. Darcy's, I was still surprised to see him seize the conversation without any civility. Wow. What? Okay, Collins is delusional. He thinks that that conversation went well. Ridiculous. Here are the Bingley sisters. My dear mediocre, what disappointing relations you have. I mean, yeah, they're really embarrassing, but what can I do? They're family. Usually I would want to defend Mr. Collins because even though I'm not his biggest fan, he's still my family. But I do need to schmooze Mr. Bingley's sisters so I can ensure my future with him. So I'm going to defend him and then take it back. Poor Mr. Collins. He certainly means well and has his heart in the right place. It probably was the wrong thing to do, but perhaps we can forgive him this one infraction. After all, it was Mr. Collins's great deference to rank and position that caused him to act. I suppose. He felt it his duty. Though Caroline clearly didn't agree with me, she spoke no more on the subject. I must admit, Miss Mediocre, that I hadn't thought much of you upon first meeting you, but you are quite changing my mind. Mine as well. I think I'm gonna agree with them and hopefully get them to like me more. Indeed. I, in fact, warned him against his impropriety of addressing someone of a higher rank. It is unfortunate that one cannot choose their own relations. That's really rude. You might make a few changes to yours? I think I would. Damn. That is most wicked. What a thing to say. But she's smiling. So I think the Bingley sisters like it when we're mean. I must agree with you, as do I. I should think Mr. Collins the first name on a long list of relations you would be better without. Wow. Yeah. I hope that Mr. Bingley's sisters would prove a valuable connection for me, especially in regards to their brother. There you go, they like me more, but at what cost? That's the cost. Everyone thinks I'm less kind now, so I need to up my kindness in the next chapter. That's nice. So they like us more. Yeah, we're starting to see eye to eye on many issues. Still, I told myself that our newfound friendship had more to do with my pursuing of their brother than my actually becoming like them. Yeah, we're not like them. The sisters are really mean. There's our man. Were you just speaking with my sisters? Yeah, they were just here. What do they have to say? Mediocre. I should very much like. That is to say. What? I thought he was leading up to tell us something romantic. Or like, maybe shall we take a turn in the garden? Or would you honor me with another dance? Instead, he's like, let me tell you about my dad. Okay, fine, tell us about your dad. He had intended to purchase an estate and to pass it to me and my posterity. In so doing, okay, Darcy's just come in, saved by the Darcy. Yeah, I'm well, thanks. How are you? An uncomfortable silence passed as all parties seemed discomposed by the sudden interruption. Finally, Mr. Darcy shattered the silence. Wow, Darcy sure is connected. He's going to introduce Mr. Bingley to the Queen's ambassador. Wow, will we get to meet him? How charming. You'll excuse me. I guess it wasn't proper at the time, you know. Young ladies can't be chilling with ambassadors. It's not a thing. I could not help but wonder what Mr. Bingley would have said next. Talk of an estate and posterity could have one obvious end. But were there others? What might Mr. Bingley have meant to say to me? Nice. Mr. Bingley and I have gotten closer. A proposal from him is both possible and perhaps imminent. I've even become friends with his sisters, which I'm certain can only improve my chances with their brother. Phew! So that was chapter 7, the Bingley edition. I will probably revisit this chapter when I'm playing the what's his name in this? Wickby edition sometime. But for now, things are going really well with Bingley. I am feeling very positive about it. Oh, before you go, let's quickly check our stats. Bingley must be in love. Oh yeah, he's in love with us. Look at that. Boom, right up there. And his description's updated. Wow, they really like us. And look, they're smiling. This could really work out. Thanks for watching if you did, and I'll see you for another installment of Interesting Intrigue.